So this time I have chosen this LeetCode to some problem. This is the easiest problem. So here we need to solve problem using with array. So I will be using this Java language here. Here you will see this class, and if you see the description here, given an array of integers nums and an integer target. So two input we have numbers, an array, and the target is an integer. So based on this two input we need to return indices of the two numbers such that they add up to target. So you may assume that each input would have exactly one solution, and you may not use the same element twice. You can return the answer in any order. So we can return. So this is the problem statement, and here if you see, this is the example of it. So the target is 9, and what would be the sum which we can get with this array? So here 2 and 7, if you add those number, then you will get 9, but they want indexes of those things. So 2 is the zeroth element of this array and 7 is the first element of this array. So we will return 0 and 1. So because the explanation, if you see here, nums of 0 and nums of 1 is 9, we are returning 0 1. Similarly, we have example 2 here, 3 2 and 4, and the target they have given is 6. So what would be the output of this particular array? So this is two inputs, and if you sum 4 and 2, and this will return us 6. So 2 is at first index and 4 is at second index, so that's why they return 1 2. And similarly they have, in this example they have 3 3 and the target is 6, so that's why, so both number at 3 at 0 and 3 at first place. So here are some constraint, we need to check this constraint. You can come up with an algorithm that is less than order of n square time complexity. So they want us to solve this problem less than order of n square time complexity. Okay, let's zoom out this one so that you can see the code. Here, first of all, I will try to solve this problem using simple approach. So whatever the target we have, let's suppose in this case we have target is 9, and what I will do, every time I will iterate this loop and try to minus by 9. Okay, so in such case I will get 9 minus 2, I will get, let's open notepad. Okay, so 9 minus 2 I will do, and what I will get, I will get 7, and this would be my target element, and for this element I will search in this particular array. So that is my first approach. Similarly for next element I will do, and in this case we have zeroth element and the first element 7 at the first place. So I will use two loops this time. For int I is equal to 0, I less than nums dot length and I plus plus. This is the simplest loop, and here int I will get one number by using target minus nums of I. Okay, here we will get this number, and now again I need to find this particular number in this loop. So I will create one more loop here which will find out this one. So I will use int j is equal to I plus 1, j less than nums dot length and j plus plus. And here we can check the condition. If our number is found here, number is equal to nums of j, then we should return, here we will return new int of I comma j, new int of I comma j. So here I want to return this. So here if the element is not found, then we can throw an exception, throw new illegal argument exception. We will check this exception here. So let's try to compile this application whether we are getting some issue or not. So let's run this nums dot length. Let's try to run this example once again. Yes, so this code is accepted and our three test cases are passing. The target is 9 and the output is 0 1. Similarly for test case 2, output is expected as same. Similarly for test case 3 also it is working. So let's try to submit this application. So this is accepted. Here you can see the details. So I have submitted this application and I can close this pop-up. So this is the one approach by which we can solve this issue. But in this case, we are brute forcing, means that we are using two loops. Instead of this, we can use one loop as well. We need to solve this problem in less than o to the power n square. This time the time complexity of this particular application is order of n square, but we need order of n. So how we can do this? So let's think over it. Instead of this loop, because here we are doing some comparison, instead of this we can remove these things, and what we can do, we can think over it, like we can how we can solve this problem here. One more way to solve this problem using has map. I will create object of map. Here I will take integer and integer. First integer is for index and second for the element. Okay, so here one condition I want to return here. So if we have contains method inside this map, so map dot contains key is this particular number, and if it is there, then we can directly return that this is the key which we are looking for. So in such case, directly we can return first is I and second one is map dot get of num. And now if this is not the case, then we can put map dot put nums of I comma I. So in this case, what we are holding element and their index actually. So at first position we are holding the element, and this is element is our key and value is our index. So this is how it should work. Try to run or compile this code. Okay, there is a compilation error. Paste here inside the method. Let's try to compile. Remove this one extra. Again compile. Okay, here if you see, all the cases are accepted. Now try to submit this solution. So this is accepted, and this is the performance of it. Runtime 1 millisecond. So this is actual solution what I have written. Like this you can solve this solution in order of one only, because we are using only one for loop. Thank you so much for watching.